Good afternoon and welcome back to the IIDA Summit. This event is an initiative by the Architect's Diary, sponsored by Insulpro and Bromic Heating. Our venue is designed by Manticore Designs. Now there will be a panel discussion on urban architecture, urban scenario in 2040. Our moderator for this event is architect Rudraksh Charan. Ms. Architect Rudraksh is the co-founder of a Delhi-based firm, 42 Architecture. As a managing partner, he uses his diverse knowledge and experience to guide the architectural, engineering, and client teams to work together to deliver high successful projects. He has been instrumental in the firm's recent business expansion to new areas. We are honored to have him here. And we have our panelists, architect Amin Nair from ANA Designs. Architect Amin Nair is the CEO and founder of ANA Design Studio Private Limited. He is a well-established Indian architect with more than 2 decades of international experience in higher performance buildings. In 1995, he graduated from School of Planning and Architecture, Delhi, where he was a part of research conducted on bioclimatic architecture with the Bartlett School of Architecture. Then we have architect Ravi Sharma from Adani International Airport. He is an architect planner with more than 10 years of experience in academics, research, and consultancy in the development sector. He works with the Adani Groups in the airports division. As a practicing architect, he has designed various residential and institutional projects. As an educator, he has trained students in habitat planning and design. He believes in transforming lives with the help of design. And then we have architect Kozema Chitalwala from Designers Group. Architect Kozema Chitalwala is a prominent name in the architectural fraternity for over 3 decades. He established his firm Designers Group in 1989. He worked persistently on growing his firm within the hospitality industry. His works include interior design and architecture projects for hotels of all categories and brands. His humble and human personality is his secret to success. A true devourer of Mother Earth, he finds calmness, creativity, and a great source of inspiration in his design philosophy from nature, while outlining astounding hospitality marvels. His hard work and perseverance and strong network over these years have manifested in the Designers Group, becoming a leading hospitality design firm in India. And lastly, we have architect Swapnil Patil from SPAP. He is the founding partner of Swapnil Patil and Partners. He is an architect, urban designer, and planner with a background in architecture, who graduated magna cum laude from University of California, Berkeley in US. He has over 22 years of professional experience of working for public and private sector on a range of project types including regional planning, developer-driven master plans, campus planning, mixed-use developments, multi-unit housing, healthcare and institutional projects all over US, China, Dubai, Abu Dhabi and India. A new urbanist by choice, his expertise includes urban design, placemaking in architecture, and finding opportunities for contextual responses on constrained sites. Under his leadership, the firm has thrice won the prestigious National Hudko Award for the most innovative township design in India and has delivered master planning and architecture projects since the launch of the firm. Today, they will talk about their design ideologies and beliefs, which form the core of their firm, after which the panel discussion will commence. I would now like to give the floor to architect Rudraksh Charan. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much, IIDA, for this event and having us. My name is Rudraksh Charan. I'm a principal at 42 So I graduated as an architect 2003 from Sushant from Delhi, and I worked for a couple of years with the company in Delhi itself, and then decided to start my own practice. So I've been a founder member at 42 So we at 42 we're a young bunch of architects. We have two offices now, one in Delhi, one in Gurgaon. about 25 odd people working. We're a hardcore architectural practice. We also delve in interiors for projects we do architecture for, and also very recently, about 4 or 5 years back, we started moving to larger projects where uh, master planning and some level of urban intervention, some level of buildings which have a social and a public impact is there. Um, so 42mm is broadly a multidisciplinary company. We definitely have a bias towards residential projects. We're doing a lot of residential projects, but philosophically, we like to do all sort of architectural work. Uh, one key aspect at 42mm is that we we want to be a very diverse company. We do not want to stick to a specific style of architecture or a specific bias of materials or a specific understanding of the context. It's uh, we we try to expand our basic knowledge of the project by trying to see what we can explore, and that's a very big challenge because we, we cannot be jack of all trades. So obviously that involves a lot of collaboration. We need to get a lot of technical consultants on board. We need to get a lot of people who can help us in more finer and more detailed aspects of what we want to explore in that project. Uh, so as a portfolio, you will see extremely diverse projects. You'll see luxurious classical embellishments. You'll see raw regionalistic revivalistic projects. You'll see extremely contextual projects. You'll see extremely I would say futuristic kind of projects. So we try and explore uh, what what resonates with the project best. Um, try keeps the mind fresh, keeps the basic sense of connect with the newer aspects of design, or the fresher aspects of design. So that's broadly what it is. Yeah, that's broadly what we are. Thank you.
Now I think we can have a brief introduction by Amin Nair. I think you have your speaker on mute. Okay, I think you can start.
Sorry, Gauri.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gauri, and thank you, IIDA, for this opportunity. My name is Amin. I founded and I now direct this company called ANA. We are a Delhi-based company, and we currently have, or for the last about decade, have had the opportunity of not just working across the country, but also working in other countries as well. So we currently are handling projects across India, some parts of Middle East and West Africa. Uh, I think our firm is characterized by extremely context-driven, solution-oriented architecture, and most of our design projects are research-driven, and therefore we end up having to work usually with buildings that require a high degree of performance. These would include educational and research campuses. There are high-fit buildings for modern retail. A lot of and since the practice sort of took that direction, it also evolved in about 2008-9 become one of India's few A&E companies. So we carry out both the architectural design aspect as well as the engineering of our buildings and the project management in-house. It's now a team of about 50 odd people across the globe connected with this company. Most of our projects have also been projects that we live with beyond the design stage. A lot of it is based on process industry high-fit buildings, which get built over maybe a decade or more. And therefore, there is a body of research which is there to show that if decisions that were taken in 2008-9, how they performed in 2013-14, and then when the next phase came up, what did we improve, etc. So we've managed LEED certification and GREHA certification for research buildings and laboratories as well, which is one of the few things that we feel very proud of. And it's a great team of engineers, architects, project managers, civil engineers working together to deliver buildings. From an urban context, we've done several campuses, and those campuses, some of them are in very sensitive areas like Ladakh, Kargil, in some of the disturbed areas of Kashmir. There have been very sensitive buildings that have been done on coastal areas of West Africa. In fact, there's a large urban development project currently in progress in Lagos. This is a classic example of a live work play live work play concept of urban development, and it's in a very interesting city. It's in Lagos, Nigeria, on the lip of the Atlantic Ocean. We have about 400 meters of beachfront to this property. And Lagos is a city which has almost zero public transport or the concept of public space. And it's been a project that's been very well received, wherein the entire complex, which includes a large event center, exhibition center, a hotel, and a residential high rise that is going to be part of the phase 3. Phase 2 was retail and public spaces and beach development. Has become today arguably Lagos's uh, most visited public space for families and people, those who live there as well as people who come there. And for a relatively smaller city like Lagos, they received between 30,000 and 40,000 footfall every week, even during the pandemic period. Pre-pandemic, when the site had opened, we were receiving about 60 to 70,000 visitors a week. So that's been one of our little experiments with urban design, not very large, but I would like to believe successful. We've got research that shows things that we succeeded in. There is others that shows that we didn't. And hopefully in the phase 3, when we build the high rises now, we would be in a position to probably take on a lot more challenges and probably be more solution oriented. The other thing that we've got great experience in, and it's been a great learning experience working with people around the globe, is working in economies that have a currency power which is higher than ours, which is largely Middle East, and also currency which is much lower than the Indian rupee. And to be able to optimize design performance, building performance, specification, engineering, to be able to make financial and financial sense as well as financial longevity in that currency and in that district or in that area. And that's probably, one of the biggest harbingers of success and proofs of success is the fact that we've consistently worked in these areas, and we have repeat customers working with us. So a journey that's halfway through. Hopefully, we should still be around and practicing in 2040, as this topic says, and certainly we'd love to share some ideas that we think would be worthwhile. Thank you very much.
So I would like to call upon architect Ravi Sharma to just speak a few words about himself. Thank you. I think your mic is mute. Yeah, thank you.
Very good afternoon to all the viewers. First of all, I would like to thank Architects Diary and IIDA Summit for giving me this opportunity to represent my organization here. Uh, uh, Thanks to all the respected panelists, seniors, so that I'm sharing the stage with you. So I've been into large-scale architecture, or let's say any urban design or planning thing, equally with the small-scale architecture as well. So the idea here was to know and deep dive to understand how the humans actually connect with the buildings. And in continuation to that, the opportunities have always been with me in a way that I've always, one way or the other, I've been connected with the urban environment all the time. So here I'm representing my organization, and currently I'm taking care of planning and design for Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport, Ahmedabad, and possibly looking for the near future. So as you all know, representing this the area here, the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. So it is more of complex things which drives. So I'm just a small team member of the whole this complex system of running an airport. So it is not just only about the building, but it is also about how it functions on day-to-day basis. So every day is a new day for me. So I'm here to share this idea with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Architect Khozema Chitalwala, could you please take the stage? Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. And I'm architect Khozema Chitalwala from Designers Group, Mumbai. Um, one, my practice has been nearly 3 decades old. Uh, we started with a very humble practice where we did try to do some architecture and then landed up doing a lot of interiors. So I and my partner Sujata, then we went along to become a sleeping partner. She became my wife, and now we are a team of around 50 people based out of Mumbai, where we are concentrated on certain areas of that. So when our practice started, we were very we did all kind of work, uh, but then nearly 20 years back, we got very focused on hospitality because we got the first breakthrough and something which I had liking towards it from a very initial time of my practice. And when we started doing that, I would say that me and my team both took a very conscious decision that let's get focused onto this particular area of practice. And fortunately, today, after 20 years, we are recognized as one of the niche practices of hospitality, recognized by both Indian as well as international chains of hotels, where we are on their list of preferred architects and designers. So we started our hospitality practice with interiors. So we have been working, and we had literally forgotten architecture in that period of around 7 8 years, which where our interior practice grew beyond beyond our expectations also. So, but beyond that, when we realize that there is a lot of potential because we understand architecture so well, and being an architect, there is always one kida of architecture which is always live in your body once you have done architecture. So, I we thought that yes, we should retrieve our architectural practice, and we started doing today. We do most of our architecture. 95% of our portfolio is of hospitality, and of that, whatever architecture we are doing, we are only doing hospitality. We don't have any other kind of architecture on our portfolio. So, but we are very happy uh, to have that built that practice. My practice, which is very hospitality oriented, is a very small fiber in that complete fabric of urban development. But yes, it's a very important building, public building, which connects lots, all caste, creed, culture, everybody comes together, and that is one space which socially binds them. That's one fiber which socially binds that fabric of urban development. So I hope I could contribute you with that in my area of practice in this particular discussions of this particular panel discussion. And I hope everybody else is keeping well, and we hope to have a good discussion to happen in next couple of minutes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Architect Swapnil Patil to come and talk about himself and his firm. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon to all the viewers. Thank you, IIDA, for having me over. Um, I'm Swapnil Patil. I'm the founding partner for Swapnil Patil and Partners, and we are based out of Pune. Uh, I would categorize ourselves as more of a urban design, master planning, and architecture firm in that order because that's how we began our existence. Primarily, we started with a lot of work that we were doing in the arena of urban design. We've done uh, a pro bono study on the entire Pune city smart master plan. and worked on a whole bunch of campus plans. And today we are doing a lot of institutional work. But before I begin, I think I'm quite excited with the whole range of panelists that you all have put together, because traditionally what happens in such environment is that it ends up becoming too much of an elite discussion between bunch of urban designers and planners, and you kind of get a very academic discourse in that sense. What my hope here is that we don't become that elite in our conversation and are able to sort of bring up mainstream ideas to the audience. Just to credentialize myself, I'm an urban designer. So after finishing my master's, I was working from Berkeley. I was working in the San Francisco Bay Area for a very long time, working on a range of project typologies. So we did a lot of large-scale master planning work in San Francisco, Denver, Hawaii. Worked on a whole bunch of affordable housing projects, which was a very, very different and unique experience. And I believe, and after that, I was also working in Abu Dhabi, helping the government of Abu Dhabi to create their Vision Plan 2030. But what that allowed me to do in the process is that, it helped me understand, the DNA block of what creates a good urbanism. And I believe that's what I'm going to be talking today, is that, one need not have to make really, a grand moves and big planning exercises in order to create a good, vibrant public realm. What is important is that small surgical interventions which can be achieved at a building level, at an architecture level, which can actually be the determining factor and sort of be able to create what we call vibrant urbanism, and that is perhaps the need of the hour. So I think without further ado, I would like to hand over the mic back, because one could just go on and on talking about one's work. I think this forum deserves that, we hand over the reins back to you, and, we are able to engage in a very exciting conversation, and that's what I look forward to. Thank you.